I never thought I'd be that person. The one telling their life story on Reddit, hoping strangers might validate their experience or at least help them feel a little less insane. But here I am, because the people I thought would be in my corner, my family, turned their backs on me the moment I made a choice that didn't revolve around my sister. Let me start from the beginning. My name is Lily, and I recently got married to the love of my life, Jonah. We'd been together for 5 years, and while our relationship wasn't always perfect, it was real, supportive, and full of mutual respect. When he proposed, I was over the moon. What I didn't realize at the time was that my engagement would apparently become a family scandal. You see, I have an older sister, Emily. She's the golden child. Everything she does is met with applause. Growing up, she had straight A's, she was prom queen, valedictorian, and went to an Ivy League school. She became a doctor, has a massive social media following for her perfect life, and is dating this hotshot tech guy named Ryan. My parents adore her. Worship her, even. Meanwhile, I took a more modest path. I studied design, work in advertising, make a decent living, and live comfortably. I never caused trouble, never got into any drama. But I was always just Lily. The afterthought. The one in Emily's shadow. When I announced my engagement last year, the first thing my mom said wasn't congratulations or I'm so happy for you. It was, did you talk to Emily about this? I blinked. What? Why would I need to? Well, she said carefully, Emily isn't engaged yet, and it might be awkward if you get married first. I laughed, thinking she was joking. She wasn't. Apparently, there was some unspoken plan that Emily would be the first to walk down the aisle. My parents had this idea of a grand wedding, front page coverage in our town paper, and some weird fantasy of being the first family to have a doctor-daughter marry a tech millionaire. I was never part of that fantasy. I brushed off my mom's weird reaction and focused on planning my wedding with Jonah. We wanted something beautiful but simple. A garden ceremony, around 80 guests, and a laid-back reception with dancing under the stars. But over the next few months, the tension grew. Whenever I'd call my parents to update them, venue booked, dress picked, invites sent, I'd get lukewarm responses. My dad even suggested we postpone until Emily got engaged, just so things wouldn't get complicated. Emily? She was civil, but I could tell she wasn't thrilled. She never directly said it, but her subtle digs were hard to miss. Oh wow, you're wearing that style of dress? Bold choice. Jonah's job is, what again? That's nice. As long as you're happy. And my personal favorite, it's brave of you to plan such a big wedding without the family really on board. Still, I held my ground. I loved Jonah. He loved me. That's all that mattered. Or so I thought. 2 weeks before the wedding, my mom called. Her tone was cold. She said, Lily, your father and I have decided not to attend. We love you, but we can't support this. It's disrespectful to your sister. She's not ready, and this puts pressure on her. I was speechless. Are you kidding me? I asked. You're skipping your own daughter's wedding because I had the audacity to fall in love first? It's not like that, she replied. Emily's had a hard year. She thought Ryan was going to propose, and he hasn't. She's devastated. And now this will just feel like rubbing salt in the wound. I wanted to scream. Instead, I hung up and sobbed for hours. When I told Jonah, he was furious. He offered to postpone, but I refused. I won't let them manipulate my life around Emily's timeline. We went through with the wedding. My aunt, Dad's sister, stepped in and walked me down the aisle. Jonah's parents were incredibly supportive and treated me like their own. My friends rallied around me, and even Jonah's coworkers came to fill the seats my parents left empty. It was the most bittersweet day of my life. I tried not to notice the empty front row chairs. I tried not to care that my own parents were off somewhere, probably coddling Emily while pretending I didn't exist. But after the wedding, things got even messier. I posted a few pictures on social media. I kept the captions classy and short. No digs, no drama. Just love. Emily? She made a whole post the same day. A black and white photo of herself crying, with a caption that read, "When life hits you with betrayal from the people you love most." Hundreds of comments poured in. Friends and followers telling her how strong she was, how she deserved better, how some people only care about attention. I was floored. I didn't comment. Didn't engage. But my mom did. She wrote, "You will always be our priority. Family first." That one stung. A week later, my mom sent me a message saying, "We can talk when you're ready to apologize to your sister." Apologize? That's when I snapped. I wrote back, "Apologize for what? For falling in love? For building a life that wasn't centered around Emily's ego? You missed the biggest day of my life over a warped sense of hierarchy. Don't expect me to grovel." They didn't reply. Months passed. They didn't check in. No birthday card. No congratulations when Jonah and I bought our first home. Just silence. Until last week. Emily got engaged. Suddenly, my parents called me. Multiple missed calls. Voicemail saying let's reconnect, and family is too important to stay mad. Why now? Because now Emily was getting married, and they wanted the family image restored. Suddenly, I wasn't the villain anymore. I was just a piece in their perfect puzzle. I didn't answer. Then I got an invitation. An actual, formal wedding invitation in the mail. Emily and Ryan. Lavish venue. Designer everything. And a handwritten note from Emily, "Hope you can come. Let's put the past behind us. It's time to celebrate something real." Something real. As if my marriage wasn't. Jonah saw the invite and asked, "Are we going?" I stared at it for a long time. Then I tore it up. I sent Emily a message. "I hope you have the wedding you always dreamed of. But don't expect me to pretend like none of this happened. I've already celebrated my real love. You were invited. You chose not to show up." Again, no reply. That's where things stand now. Sometimes I wonder if I should have just waited. Let Emily go first. Maybe then things wouldn't be so fractured. But then I look at Jonah, at our life, our memories, our home, and I know I made the right choice. Family doesn't skip your wedding because it's inconvenient to their golden child. Family doesn't demand apologies for your happiness. I may have lost my parents and my sister, but I gained a partner who never made me feel like second best. And honestly, that's all the family I need.